can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We've got clear skies and brisk temperatures. You know what that is? That's perfect fall football weather here at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the steel setting, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now Jackson on first down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's got Snead. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans. But then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. 20! And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
That's the way.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Ben going to give this one to Conner. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He got 29 yards that time.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, a nice spin. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Roberts has it. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play action now. Jackson, he'll rifle this one deep right side and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly,
that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now Roethlisberger on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. They go play action with Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. A little bit of tough catch, though, falls incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's an elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through, but I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
Tighten down. There you go.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect,
now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bud Dupree just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Play action. Now Jackson. Steed's got it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Ingram. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of a big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Ravens 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This pass into the arms of Snead. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Jackson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Jackson now to the right side and complete to Hurst. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Right back to Connor here on first. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
White 80.
I'm on. Tight ends left. Hey. 4 down.
Check. White 80.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Left 30.
Right here, 41 Mike. Here I come.
Black and turn.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The Ravens on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever.
He's coming to double up.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Cody's Mike right there.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Show that bench release and go. 40 wants the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Samuels. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 1st down, Ingram. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Jackson off the play fake. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. The 40. He's at the 30. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
What you just saw there, 1st-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
Cyrus Jones on the
Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the 1st-round pick of 2014. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
What's the run? They're running it. Under trust.
Take both of them.
Now it's Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Jackson, option right. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Jackson. He may try and run for this. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson from the shotgun. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
For that! Watch 30!
Here we go. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Hey, that QB's trapped.
Black, what's that?
Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith, and that's caught inside the 35. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue.
And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Come on, fellas.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. And an alley to run. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He's got it to Ingram, complete. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Jackson, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Jackson now. The quick slant caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They're running. Ingram, and he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.